We invite you to join us on a spiritual journey at The Faithful Journey. Have you ever pondered the depths of faith that are hidden from view? The detours that bring us nearer to God? Come along with me as we examine the Bible's secrets, the effectiveness of prayer, and the significant effects of leading a life that is fully devoted to Christ. Let's join you on this spiritual journey by subscribing right now. The story of David and Goliath is one of the most well-known biblical narratives, symbolizing the triumph of faith and courage over seemingly insurmountable odds. Found in 1 Samuel 17, this epic encounter not only showcases David's unwavering trust in God but also serves as a testament to how divine strength can empower the most unlikely heroes. The Israelites and Philistines were locked in a prolonged conflict, and the two armies camped on opposite hills with a valley between them. The Philistines had a champion, Goliath of Gath, a giant nearly 9 feet tall, 1 Samuel 17 verse 4. Clad in heavy armor and wielding a massive spear, Goliath struck fear into the hearts of Israel's warriors. For 40 days, Goliath taunted the Israelites, demanding a challenger for single combat. Whoever won would determine the fate of both armies. 1 Samuel 17 verse 8 to 11. King Saul and his men, however, were paralyzed by fear, unable to muster the courage to face the Philistine giant. David, a young shepherd and the youngest son of Jesse, was not even part of Israel's army. His 3 eldest brothers were soldiers, and David's role was to bring them food from his father. 1 Samuel 17 verse 17 to 18. Upon arriving at the battlefield, he heard Goliath's challenge and was astonished that no one dared to fight him. Unlike the others, David saw Goliath's defiance as an insult against the living God. 1 Samuel 17 to 26. He boldly declared that with God's help, he would defeat the Philistine. His confidence was not in weapons or armor but in the power of the Lord. When Saul heard of David's courage, he summoned him. The king was skeptical, pointing out that David was only a youth while Goliath was a seasoned warrior. 1 Samuel 17 to 33. But David recounted his past victories over lions and bears while protecting his sheep, emphasizing that the same God who delivered him then would deliver him now. 1 Samuel 17 verse 34 to 37. Seeing David's unwavering faith, Saul agreed and offered him his armor. But David declined, finding it cumbersome. Instead, he took only his staff, sling, and 5 smooth stones from a nearby brook. 1 Samuel 17 to 40. As David approached, Goliath mocked him, seeing only a boy with no visible weapons. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" he sneered. 1 Samuel 17 to 43. But David's response was profound. "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands." 1 Samuel 17 verse 45 to 46. With unshakable faith, David ran towards Goliath, slung a stone, and struck the giant in the forehead. The impact was so powerful that Goliath fell face down to the ground. 1 Samuel 17 to 49. Seizing the moment, David took Goliath's own sword and beheaded him, securing victory for Israel. 1 Samuel 17 to 51. The Valley of Elah. The air thick with the tension of impending battle. 2 armies, the Israelites and the Philistines, stood poised for conflict. But this was no ordinary battle. Looming over the Philistine ranks stood Goliath, a giant of a man, a behemoth of a warrior. Goliath, a towering figure clad in heavy bronze armor, issued a defiant challenge to the Israelites. "Choose a man for yourselves," he boomed, his voice echoing across the valley, "and let him come down to me. If he is able to fight with me and kill me, then we will be your servants. But if I prevail against him, and kill him, then you shall be our servants, and serve us." Terror gripped the Israelite camp. Goliath, a monstrous figure of muscle and iron, seemed invincible. No Israelite warrior dared step forward to face this fearsome giant. Days turned into weeks, and the shadow of Goliath loomed larger, a constant reminder of their own impotence. Enter David, a young shepherd boy, fresh from the fields. He had come to bring food to his brothers, soldiers in the Israelite army. Witnessing the fear that gripped his countrymen, and hearing Goliath's arrogant boasts, a fire ignited within him. "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine?" David declared. "That he should defy the armies of the living God?" His words, though spoken with youthful bravado, resonated with a deep-seated faith. David, a shepherd boy accustomed to facing down lions and bears in defense of his flock, recognized this challenge not as a test of physical strength, but as a test of faith. King Saul, initially dismissing the shepherd boy's brashness, was eventually persuaded to allow David to face Goliath. Saul, however, insisted that David wear his own armor, a cumbersome burden for the agile shepherd. David, recognizing that he needed to rely on his own strength and the strength of God, refused the armor. He chose instead to arm himself with the tools of his trade, his sling and 5 smooth stones from the brook. As David approached Goliath, the giant scoffed. "Am I a dog," he roared, "that thou comest to me with staves?" But David, undeterred, declared, "Thou comest to me with a sword, and with a spear, and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied." And then, with a swiftness that belied his youth, David launched a stone from his sling. The stone, guided by an unseen hand, struck Goliath squarely in the forehead. The giant, the embodiment of Philistine strength and arrogance, crumpled to the ground, lifeless. The Philistines, witnessing the fall of their champion, were thrown into disarray. They fled in terror, leaving the Israelites victorious. David's victory over Goliath was more than just a military triumph. It was a testament to the power of faith. It demonstrated that true strength does not lie in physical might, but in the strength of the Lord. David, a seemingly insignificant shepherd boy, had proven that even the most formidable opponent could be overcome with unwavering faith and reliance on God's divine assistance. The story of David and Goliath continues to inspire and uplift generations. It serves as a powerful reminder that even when faced with seemingly insurmountable odds, faith in God can empower us to achieve the impossible. This story explores the key themes of the David and Goliath narrative: the intimidation tactics of Goliath, David's unwavering faith, the role of divine intervention, and the impact of David's victory on the Israelites. It aims to provide a compelling and insightful account of this timeless tale. David's triumph over Goliath was not due to physical strength but unwavering trust in God. This victory set the stage for David's future as Israel's greatest king and demonstrated that with faith, even the most formidable giants can be defeated. The story continues to inspire believers today, reminding them that no challenge is too great when faced with God on their side. Understand the mysteries of the Bible, explore the power of prayer, and discover the profound impact of living a life surrendered to Christ. Subscribe to The Faithful Journey and let's embark on this journey of faith together.